Good morning and welcome to the morning show. I am Zach, excited to be here this morning to talk about all kinds of stuff. I don't know if we've actually had this much stuff to cover in one 20-minute morning show ever before. So hopefully we can get through everything. If you have any questions, please feel free to chat those in here via Facebook Live and we will do everything we can to get those answered. So the reason that I'm here today and you don't see your normal morning show staff is because they all went to the ISS Long Beach show. And what I get to do is show you a lot of the stuff that Stahls launched at ISS Long Beach. Before we get there though, we're going to start like we normally start our morning show with the look of the week. So here's our look of the week for this week. It is submitted by Jennifer Woltz and we are looking at Premium Plus metallic CAD-CUT vinyl as well as pattern CAD-CUT heat transfer vinyl. I personally like the design on this one. I feel like it's my house. I have 5 kids, so I know it says mom life, but it's dad life too when you have a bunch of kids running around the house. So Jennifer, we thank you for your submission and congratulations on the win this week. If you would like to submit for Look of the Week, you can do that one of 3 ways. You can email us at tv@stahls.com. You can submit on our show and tell on our Facebook page, which you're watching right now, and you can also tag us on Instagram when you post your work, and you could be chosen for the Look of the Week here on the morning show. All right, let's get to the exciting stuff. One of the biggest launches that we had at the ISS Long Beach show had to do with the heat presses that we manufacture right here in southwestern Pennsylvania. It's our most popular heat press. It's the Fusion, and it just got an upgrade. We're saying that it got smarter. We launched what's called the Fusion IQ, and I'm going to walk you over to the heat press and show you that right now. So you're all familiar with the Hotronix Fusion heat press. It still has the swing away functionality, the draw functionality. It's dual functionality heat press. Again, our best-selling press with full threadability underneath. But what has improved is the control board and a lot of reporting that you can actually do from the Fusion press now. Let's take a look at the controls. So you'll notice one of the big differences is our control board got bigger and it's a lot easier to touch. One of these pens comes with the control board. We're going to go into our presets and check out what we have right now. So as you can see, we have some of our best-selling materials at the front. We have thermofilm, so if we wanted to select a preset, we can just click on that. One of the really cool things in my mind is it tells us what it's heating to. So we're heating up to 330 degrees and we can walk away from the press knowing that we can come back in about 3 minutes, that it's going to take 3 minutes for it to get from 300 to 330. It will also show you this heating bar and how long it's going to take when you turn the press on in the morning. So when you come into the shop or if you walk out to the garage and turn it on, it'll tell you whether it's 20, 30, 40 minutes to heat up that press, depending on where it's going to. So in these presets, if you have some, like I know in the old Fusion control board, it was hard to find some of the ones that you used all the time. So there's multiple screens. You can add as many presets as you want, and you can do this on board and then also in another control section, which we're going to show you in a little bit. But let's just say I use Express Print all the time, this print cut material, and I want to make it one of my favorites. So I go to the controls, I hit my edit button. I can hit on Express Print, and if I needed to make any updates here, which by the way, this controller is Wi-Fi enabled, so you can get updates directly from Stahls as material applications are updated. But if I wanted to make this one of my favorites and easily accessible to myself or my users, while I'm in here, I just click the star button. Let me get it there. Now I've made it a favorite, so I click Save. And what does making it a favorite mean? Well, if I go back to the home screen and then I go back to the application screen, Express Print is now one of my favorites with an arrow beside it. So I can do that with any one of the materials or if I build a custom preset. One of the other really important things about this is the machine is Wi-Fi enabled. So if we go to our settings tab, you can see here we have the Wi-Fi. This is our network information here at the Stahls TV offices. So you can see that we are logged in, and I'm going to show you a little bit about the information that's actually being transmitted up to the cloud and back to your computer that you're going to have access to. But comes with a bunch of other features that are normally here. You have your date and time, you can set your display here. We can change if we want to operate in Celsius or Fahrenheit. We can change our language from this tab. We can also enable our auto on and off to where if we know we come in Monday and we want to start heat printing at 10 a.m. every Monday morning, we can set that as well. So we are going to go back to our home screen. One of the other really nice features here is if I want to do a custom adjustment to my temperature, and I know, let's say I'm applying Transfer Express's goof-proof transfers. Those transfers apply at 360, 365 degrees. So I can click the Fahrenheit button, and rather than hitting my button all the way up to 360, I can just tap here to get in the general range of where I want to be, and then that'll save that application for me as a custom one. We're actually going to go back down to 302 for something that we're going to apply later in the show. So about 310, and then we can get into the minute adjustment here. All right, so 302. Very good. So let's hop over to the computer and I'll show you some of the information that this is gathering. So the Fusion IQ actually ties through your Wi-Fi to the cloud. And we're here at Wayland Smith Drive. That's where Stahls TV offices are. So this is our cloud right here. We can manage our heat presses, we can manage our operators, and we can get reports. So let's look at manage heat presses first. So if you only have one press, you can go in and add that heat press. With the new Fusion IQ controller, it's going to ask you for the serial number. It will ask you to name the machine as well, so you can call it whatever you want. We just called ours by either their location or the type of machine that they are, and it'll tell you whether it's offline or online and synced up to the cloud. You can also assign users in the reporting tab as well. So we can take any one of our presses, which we have to select one first, it's telling us. So we'll select our Air Fusion, and we can assign users to this press. So if you have a number of different operators in your shop, or if you and your significant other are the ones doing the heat pressing, you can assign them to those presses to measure their productivity throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the month. I'll show you a little bit more about those reports now. So we can add our heat presses here, simple three-step process. You can add your users here. There are also, actually within the next couple weeks, there will be videos uploaded to this iq.hotronics site to explain to you how to do all this stuff as well. So if we go into our reporting tab, we can see today that we did an application around 11 o'clock, right before we went live here. We're going to define a custom range and see who was pressing this past week at Stahls TV. So we're going to go January 15th to January 19th, and we're going to apply those filters. And what we see is right now we're looking at all of the users who are registered, as well as all of the presses that we have here in the shop. So on the 16th, we did a few applications, probably testing on this is the CAD Lab Fusion, which is the one we're applying on and working with today. On the 17th, we did a couple more applications, and on the 18th, we did a few applications as well. So this is the total number of impressions that every operator and every press did in our shop last week. Here we also have the active and the idle time. So if one of your users is leaving a lot of time between applications, you can see that, or you can see how much time you're leaving between applications, how much time you're leaving the press to deal with something else in the shop. You can see the average cycle time here on the left, as well as the presets that you're using. So last week we were applying fashion film, which we have some new colors of that we'll show you here in just a little bit, and we were applying Premium Plus. We can see how many times we used that preset. Now there are some additional reports down here, a print pressure log, our exceptions, basically where was our temperature too low on an application, or where did we have too much pressure. This is going to be helpful not only for you, but also for the Stahls Hotronics technicians. If you ever need to give them a call, they can log into your system and see the types of applications that you're doing, and it'll give them some insight into how to help you with your heat press. So all kinds of informative reports in this Fusion IQ. There are a lot more details to cover on that, but we don't have time to do it all this morning. So you can log into iq.hotronics.com in the coming days, and you'll be able to check those items out. So I think we have a question coming in, said, I missed the first couple minutes. Are these features available on units that are shipping now? Is there a cost change? So yes, these features are available on the units that are shipping as of the ISS Long Beach show this past weekend, and there is no cost change. The price is actually the same. Hotronics didn't do a price increase for this new functionality. So you can, if you order a Fusion today, you're going to get access to the Fusion IQ, all of the reporting, the Wi-Fi connectivity, and everything that we just covered on the control board. And again, there's more than that. Just don't have time to cover it today because we have a lot more exciting things to cover. Next on the list, we launched on Friday the ability to order patterns in glitter material. So I want to show you this here on the front of the table. We have a couple different patterns printed in rainbow glitter. So we have our chevron pattern, there's some floral patterns here. A couple of these are sparkleberry patterns as well. So you can check that out. That is a rainbow glitter material that those patterns are printed on. And I'm going to take you over to Stahls.com to show you how you can order those patterns. So you're going to go to the CAD-CUT section of the website, top left-hand corner. Patterns are under CAD-CUT heat transfer vinyl, just in the bottom right-hand corner. So we're going to click on Patterns. And here you can see the application instructions, should you need them, and then customer reviews of the actual product. But for those of you who have ordered patterns in the past, the process is almost identical. So we're going to check out the sparkleberry patterns because all of the sparkleberry patterns are available now in a glitter finish. We're going to select, let's try watercolor today. And the one that we showed here in the back that we have printed already is Starstruck. So we'll select Starstruck. Going to click our next button in the bottom right-hand corner. Here, if we chose a pattern that had color combinations that we could change, this is where we would change those. This particular pattern doesn't have different color combinations available, so it's selecting the one that's available, and we click Next. And then to make it a glitter pattern, all we have to do is click the glitter button. Our pricing updates down here, let's say we wanted a 10-yard roll of that sparkleberry glitter pattern. And then also remember that we need to order our high-tack magic mask with this. So the mask that goes with the glitter patterns is high-tack magic mask. And we're going to show some application here in just a little bit, but make sure you add your magic mask as well. So 10 yards of a glitter pattern with mask is going to be $177.50. We add that to the cart and we can go ahead and check out after that. So for those of you who don't want to order the patterns, or if you want to print your own patterns, or if you want to print any other type of logo, we also have the rainbow glitter available in a blank roll form, which I have here. So this is rainbow white glitter available in a roll form, and it can be print and cut on any solvent or eco-solvent printer. And we're going to show you a little bit of video of that right now, how that process works. So we are printing here in studio on the Roland VS300i. Again, the product works with any eco-solvent or solvent printer. And we recommend that you choose colors that would normally be bright. You want to avoid muted colors like browns, grays, oranges. They don't really show up well on this particular material. The brighter the color, the better your print is going to come out looking. So you can see the machine is doing the cutting right now. This particular material is thick. It's 392 microns thick. So make sure when you go to your print cut machine that you're doing a test cut on that to make sure you get the depth right, because it is a thicker material than what you would normally be cutting. Our express print is somewhere between 80 to 90 microns thick, glitter prints at 392. So I have some of those samples that we print and cut earlier, and let's just walk through the process of weeding and masking. So we're going to get our weeder into the corner, and you have to give it a little bit of force because, like I said, it is a little bit thicker. So we're going to peel back, and when we get to the cut line, I like to pull away from the cut line to start the weeding process, but it's very easy to weed away. You can see it peels right off. We do have a few cavities on this design to make it look a little better on the shirt. So we're going to pick out our cavities here. Right. And I think we got one more left there. Okay. And I have my high-tack magic mask already pre-cut from a roll. I am going to peel away the liner on that mask. And this is also a very thick mask as well. So we like to lay down in the center and let it roll out. And then we're going to squeegee from the center out. And this particular material does require a good bit of pressure on the magic mask, and you'll see why in a second. So on a lot of materials that we sell here at Stahls for this print and cut process, we recommend weeding or peeling away your mask. And I got my other new product in there. All right. We recommend peeling away the mask from the front of the design. In this particular instance, we find that it releases from the mask better if we turn it over mask side down and actually pick up a corner and peel back this way. Now this one, because of the high tack, does take a little bit longer to peel, and you definitely want to peel from the thickest part of the design. If we would peel down here on this thin part, it has a greater risk of picking up. So just to be safe, we peel from the thickest side of the design, peel back the mask, and then I saved the carrier that the mask came on to take this over to the heat press. And that takes us right into our Make It Monday segment, where I'm going to go over to the heat press and apply this print and cut glitter product. All right, so we're back over here at the Fusion with our new IQ controller, and we are going to apply the CAD-COLOR glitter that we print and cut a little bit earlier today here in the studio. So this particular material is going to apply to cotton, polyester, and cotton poly blends. Here we have an Anvil ladies hoodie that we're going to apply to. It's pretty much a ring spun cotton. It's a t-shirt material. So we're going to thread that onto the machine. I'm using an 11 by 15 platen to make sure I get all of the seams off of our pressing area to where we're completely flat. Roll this in, do a little bit of a preheat with our custom setting. Okay, so we're preheated. And then this applies at 302 for 12 to 15 seconds. So we're going to center it up and close it up, and we're applying it at medium pressure. Now you'll notice on the control I have in my custom setting, I forgot to update the pressure to a 7, which is where I want to be pressing. So it has my target pressure as a 5, so it's registering an error, which if we go back to the reporting software, it'll show us that we were out of the pressure range. So make sure you are adjusting the pressure to where you want, or else it's going to shoot you an error. All right, so this is a hot peel. And we have full color glitter applied to a ring spun cotton shirt. And that concludes our Make It Monday. Let's head back to the desk. Okay, let's take a look at some of the questions coming in, because it looks like we have quite a few. Is this only available, the Fusion IQ, for the 2018 Fusions? Yes, right now it is only available for the new Fusions that are being made and shipped. However, there is a retro upgrade kit that will be available probably within the next 6 months. So we're looking at June or July. You should be able to make an upgrade to your existing Fusion, and the Hotronix folks will be able to walk you through that upgrade, or you have access to that controller as well. Let's see, only Fusion and Air Fusion. The control upgrade is only available for the Fusion. It's good for the Fusion press we're working on today, the manual Fusion. It's good for the Air Fusions. It's also good for the dual Air Fusions, which actually was a huge hit at the Long Beach show. A lot of dual Air Fusions went with this Fusion IQ. All right, any other questions we need to cover? All right, great. So Make It Monday just isn't at the heat press today. There's another new product that Stahls has launched, and it is sign vinyl. So we have sign vinyl now available here at Stahls. So this is for hard, flat surfaces. It's a calendared vinyl, good for about 5 years outdoors. It's available in a 24-inch wide roll, and we're going to do an application right here at the table. So we have already cut and weeded one of our graphics, but I'm going to show you how that works anyway. The main difference between cutting and weeding sign vinyl versus heat transfer vinyl is the orientation. On sign vinyl, we want our orientation to be right reading, and for those of you who cut primarily heat transfer vinyl, you know that you want it in mirror image. However, when you're doing sign vinyl, you do the opposite of that. You want to do right reading. So this graphic is right reading, and we're weeding out the excess material, same way as heat transfer vinyl. All right, and then I'm going to take the one that we've already cut down for our application, and we still apply an application tape to get this off of the carrier sheet, which I have a small sheet that I pre-cut already. All right, so this is a paper application tape. Same process as masking anything else. You're going to go from the middle out to eliminate any air bubbles. We're going to squeegee down, and then I'm going to flip this over, same way we did the glitter pattern, peel the carrier. So now we're ready to go to our hard flat surface. I'm going to go to this piece of plexiglass. All right, and same thing when doing the application. You want to go down from the center and out. We're going to squeegee again. So this is basically the application in place of heat pressing to a garment. You're just squeegeeing it to the item, and then we're going to peel away our application tape. So what happens is the adhesive, the pressure-sensitive adhesive on the back of the sign vinyl is more aggressive than the pressure-sensitive adhesive on the application tape. So that's going to stay on there and be good for, if you wanted to put it outdoors, it would be good for 5 years. Indoors, pretty much indefinitely. That would be good. So there we decorated with sign vinyl. There are 30 colors available at Stahls.com in 24-inch wide pressure-sensitive sign vinyl. So you can check that out as well. That was another launch at the Long Beach show. All right, more launches, more stuff happening. Next, and this is an add-on to an already popular line that we have. These are new colors of fashion film. So we have 8 new colors of fashion film that just came out. They're all available to order right now on Stahls.com if you want to try them out. Here we're looking at amethyst, which for those of you who have birthdays coming up in February, this is your birthstone color. So you might want to check out the amethyst fashion film. We also have a pale yellow. And if you want to see some of these applied, there is another video. If you scroll down in the feed here on Facebook, they have a video of these applied as well. This one is light coral. This is metallic rose, which is one of the more popular new colors that we have. This one is Bahama blue. This is mint blue. This one's called greenery. And this one is metallic black. So again, all of those colors are available to order at Stahls.com. Actually, as of this past 2 Fridays ago, those became available. So feel free to check those out. Now, just by way of info, some other things that were really popular at the Long Beach show with people who are visiting our booth. Products that I don't have here to show you today, but we have shown in the past, are silicone die block CAD-CUT material was extremely popular. It gives you that feel and finish that you're seeing on Under Armour and Nike shirts in retail. It's a raised finish, feels a little bit rubbery. Check out silicone die block, again, available at stahls.com. And then we have another new number style that's coming out. It's called AquaTrue Die Block. It's a water-based screen print transfer that 100% guarantees blocks out sublimation on the most difficult jerseys. That one will be available here within the next 30 to 45 days. Just wanted to give you the preview on that. Plenty more information coming. So we're going to check in on questions here. Let's see. Is the signed vinyl shipping out of Texas? You know what? That is a good question, and we'll have to get back to you on the answer. Initially, I do not believe that signed vinyl is shipping out of Texas, but we will confirm that and post back here on this broadcast to let you know. Any other questions? Okay, so that does it for this week. Hopefully you enjoyed some of the innovations that we have coming out here at Stahls. I would highly recommend checking out the Fusion IQ. It's a great productivity starter, especially if you're operating a shop where you're trying to keep track of your employees and what they're doing on a daily basis. We will see you back here in 2 weeks for another morning show. See you then.